Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Pokemon White version. Last time, we made it to Mistralton Cave, north of Driftvale City, and by the time the sun rose, we got our feet past the front door. We heard about legends of ancient Unova, and after millennia of distrust, we waltzed right in and said, "Hey buddy, how's it going?" And that was enough to convince Cobalion to believe in humans once again. It joined us on our travels. Not only that, but we learned of the legendary Pokemon Terrakion and Virizion, who should now be available to us now that we have reconnected humans with Cobalion. This time, we are back near Nakreen City to begin our search, because I got a hunch as to where one of them might be hiding. And it's because an identical old man was here too. It's all a conspiracy of old men. Now, this little tiny section of forest. I had mentioned that after obtaining the insect badge, you can enter this place and get really important items such as the Solar Beam TM. That's only partially true. I was actually a little bit farther in recording when people told me about this, and the trigger that opens this place, setting the record straight, is the daycare man saying that he is now going to be at the daycare on Route 3. Once he has said that, that is your prompt to go back and check on that. On the way, you might see if this pathway is open, and that's how you're supposed to find out about it. It's a little bit remote, it's a little bit out of the way, and I didn't really see it widely noted before that point. Heck, I didn't even know about it, so I thank everyone who told me about it, but quite a few people told me they were disappointed when they showed up here and it wasn't open for them because they wanted to teach it to their Servine, so I thought I would bring it up yet again, setting the record straight on it. Would be nice if, YouTube had some kind of feature that would allow you to on-screen correct things like that whenever you inevitably make mistakes because, we're all human, but nope, I guess such a thing just isn't possible on today's technology or on the technology of 10 years ago. No siree, Bob. Can't have a feature like that on the website because it just has no place anywhere, It just isn't possible. Now here's where the magic happens, and I very subtly slip in that if you continue to surf on this water that I just simply ignored, you can travel underneath the bridge, and on the other side, there's this little tiny strip of land waiting for you, and across from it is a silver powder, just in case you were still wondering how you're supposed to pick that up from the very first time we visited here. Anyway, there were some very old-looking boulders that were blocking the way before. They are now gone. We go into the mouth of this clearing. And in the rumination field, I suggest you save. The second Sacred Sword Wielder, Virizion, outspeeds many, many Pokemon. It has a type that stands out that you won't find much of anywhere else, and the combination of grass and fighting is excellent for attacking. Much like Cobalion, it's able to take hits decently well, can go mixed, and has access to both Calm Mind and Swords Dance to make it even better at doing so. Between the speed, offensively viable type, decent bulk, and great moves, again, the only real negative thing is that you won't realistically see close combat on it at any decent level. Man, you're outdoing yourself. The second Sacred Sword Wielder is also the network's fastest 4G LTE, which I don't know how much I believe that because every network says that, so one of them has to be lying, and that means there's what, like a 1 in 4 guess that it's you? Yeah, I don't know if I buy it. We can't buy Quick Balls in any sort of Pokemart yet, so we're gonna throw a full health Dusk Ball because it's the next best thing that we have. Not even a wiggle. I almost said not even a nibble, but that's the wrong terminology. We're not exactly fishing you up. Oh, critical hit. I'm going with the same strategy of having Hilbert out, taking advantage of my Rocky helmet so that I do fixed damage to it. Don't need to worry about critical hits or anything of the sort. Thank you for using Helping Hand. I'm glad that you are wasting your turns there like the no AI wild Pokemon that you are. Hey, just because it's strong doesn't mean that it's naturally intelligent, That's kind of the thing that makes Pokemon and trainers work well together, because we actually have the brains to devise strategies when wild Pokemon typically don't. There have been rare... I kind of like that whenever you have that rare case in maybe something, like in one of the many stories where you have a wild Pokemon that has devised a strategy on its own and has proven itself to be on the level of a trainer. I like it whenever stuff like that happens. It's not happening today, that's for sure, but hey. We're gonna throw, let's Let's throw this out like some spoiled milk. Just toss it right into the garbage bag. Almost the perfect amount of HP that we need to recover, so it worked out very nicely. Retaliate. Another move that isn't going to help you all that much in battle. And I guess now that we got our 3 stockpiles up and we're in the position I want to be in, let's start a chucking balls. Going for the Ultra Ball first, just because I like trying different things. And the Ultra Ball's still pretty good. 1. Okay, I'm kind of glad that we didn't have a battle go as quickly as the Cobalion fight. I still can't believe that happened. I think he can probably take 1 more hit. Oh gosh, maybe I shouldn't have actually done what I did. This might go badly. I guess when the last battle ended so quickly, I couldn't see how flawed my strategy actually was, because I'm going to need to switch out and not have the stockpiles anymore, because I can't equip the item in the middle of the battle. Giga Drain. Sure, if you want to eat garbage, I won't stop you. One, 2, 3! Okay, you're playing with my emotions, I feel it. You know, what I was joking about Virizion wireless and all that stuff just a moment ago, it occurs to me that its head is that symbol that shows you how strong your signal is. That's kind of funny. I wonder if that was realized and it has that name because of that. That'd be kind of funny. Ooh, yeah. Do I even have Thunder Wave on you? Yes, I do. Okay, good. I haven't used it in a while, so I was kind of questioning if I still had it or not. Haywire, do your stuff. Good, good. Thunder Wave, good. Wasn't sure if I would outspeed you after I was just praising your speed, but nah, Haywire's pretty darn fast. Going for another Sacred Sword. Haywire doesn't exactly have the best defense, however. You did what you needed to. We'll use next Pokemon. Oh, our team is not very equipped to handle this. Necessity, you get out there. See what you can do. Wow, Tranquil's back sprite looks kind of funny. Looks like some kind of glyph of an ancient bird that has a very geometric looking beak or something like that. Just what I think of when I see it. Dusk Ball. Match the colors of it pretty well. Thought you'd have a fashion sense because of your 4 matching boots right there. Seriously, these Pokemon are wearing boots. And this one has a scarf. Cobalion had a collar, like a trench coat collar. They're very fashionable Pokemon. I don't know if fashion was inspired by these ancient Unnovan legends, but it's certainly plausible. Its head sprouts horns as sharp as blades. Is that what it calls the scarf it's wearing? Using whirlwind-like movements, it confounds and swiftly cuts opponents. No, we won't give a nickname to you. You're just gonna go to the PC. There is one more Pokemon that Cobalion is related to that was in its group that we heard about, Terrakion. We're not able to find or battle Terrakion for the time being, but just know that you do need to unleash Cobalion, at least meeting with it, finishing the fight against it, in order to do so. If you do beat any of these Pokemon in battle, don't worry, you will get another opportunity at another point. For now, I think I want to go back to the Pokemon Center and just see what these Pokemon look like and what natures we happen to get on them. We're not going to use them in battle, but it is kind of nice to see what you get. Maybe you got something very, very lucky on them. Cobalion has a lonely nature. That's actually very fitting given his backstory. Alert to sounds means high speed. Plus attack minus defense. That's pretty good. Okay. And wait, you're also a lonely nature. In line with your character building backstories indeed. Loves to eat, so it has best HP HP as its best IV. That's pretty funny, and I got you both in balls that were very fitting for your color schemes. Wow, my luck indeed. And I cannot believe how fast these battles have been going. When I said that this game is not hating me, wow. I had no idea to what extent it was not hating me on. And that leaves us with the very last location that we need to go from using Surf. There's this big ol' long line leading out to nothing, which seems to be out of Nuvema Town, but wouldn't you know it, who could have seen it coming? The map is wrong yet again. So we're gonna go to Accumula Town, as it's just as close to where we gotta go, and I feel bad for the little place. No one ever talks about Accumula Town. He's like a forgotten little doll on the shelf that nobody wants, and okay, maybe I'm just reading too far into it though, but still, it's a nice change of scenery, wouldn't you think? Before heading out, free up a slot in your party. I recommend, if you value your sanity, do this. Is it actually that important? Nah, I just want to do it personally because it'll drive me nuts if I don't. Cumula Town, how I've missed you. And how I'm still going to be missing you 10 seconds from now because, yeah, we are riding out of town. Oh! I chose to switch the season to spring because I wanted to show you how pretty Route 1 is and what a beautiful way to begin the journey it is, and I thought it was kind of a shame that we just happened to start our adventure in winter. I know that I could have started at a different time, but I was at least kind of, sort of pretending to adhere to the real-time clock at the very beginning of this before we had tons and tons of seasonal events that were going on. 2 experience points! Completely necessary. I need to use a repel really quick. And actually, while we're out on Route 1, there is yet another thing with the dynamic music and the soundtrack that I want to point out. On Route 1 only, when you run and get the percussion going, you hear a tambourine. Everywhere else, the percussion chosen is drums. It's gonna give me 4 experience, but I must have it. I may not like all the Pokemon this world has to offer, but you can't take away this awesome soundtrack from it. Hey yo, it's a good detail. You got that, you have the tempo in the caves, the low health stuff, which actually I'm not really a big fan of that, but you have the gym leader's last Pokemon. Yeah, really nice how the music changed. So we head off this way, finally getting to see the rest of Route 1, get another PP restoring item that I'm probably not ever gonna use, even though my Garbodor is almost always low on PP. I choose a move, and my Pokemon will do the move. In a moment, that move will reach your Pokemon. Sweetie, you forgot the part where I outspeed you. Anyway, I want to battle you because you give me a berry, and it would just be wrong of me to pass it up, because I gotta pick up every single item along the way, and I can't let you have that berry. Good thing I'm not in a relationship with you, otherwise that would be really, really terrible for you. Depressing things aside, I said I was gonna outspeed you, and I have a Garbodor. Compared to your Swoobat. Oh, no. Oh, no. I can use Clear Smog and maybe salvage this a little bit. Hopefully. Oh! Man, in here I thought I was gonna have to switch to Rock in a moment. Hilbert, you weren't in your keep. Got a Simisear? All right. We could... I wish I had something to use this with. I wish I had a reason to use that. Sludge Bomb it is. Gradually, we are learning the answers to that all-important question of, are you slower than a Simisear? It seems Hilbert is. And that ought to do it. Okay, well that gets us up to level 38, quite nice. Getting caught up in the levels yet again. I lost, but during the battle, we were connected, right? You don't want to be in a relationship with me after I just said that, please. For your own sake. This berry may connect you and your Pokemon. A person berry. I'm just imagining Blair putting it between the elbow of himself, like his elbow and Garbodor's elbow, and them like touching their elbows, but with the berry squeezed in between it or something like that to like have the deep connection going on. I am really stupid. I'm very, very sorry. The dark grass over here gives you different encounters on Route 1. There's not really anything worth talking about here, unfortunately, but I just thought I would point it out that generally, whenever there's an area of a route that you can't access for a while, they do this to differentiate it. Ooh, well, I almost found out right there, because I was running around a little bit too much. Since you and I have met, let's send out our Pokemon to meet in battle. He was as inconsequential as they come. I'm gonna take my tambourine and go on a march. You over there are gonna have an item for me, so I definitely want to fight you. You still have the most beautiful eyes. I am not running now, but I usually barrel through as quickly as I can. Glad to know that you are a fellow lover of tambourines just like yours truly. We gotta have more of us in the world and we gotta stick together. Cinchino, all right. Wow, I was just about to say that we're fighting lots of water types up ahead, but seems like you're not really proving that all that much. Rock, go for it. Give me 1,500 experience points. Gotta be oddly non-specific about what I am reading on screen that is right in front of my face, and oh. Well, I'm happy that I taught you bulldoze. Go for it. Oh, come on! Come on, no! Don't do this to me! Yes, Rock is the one getting electrocuted. Don't do this to me. Leave it to the real ground type, Rock. I'm sorry. You've been having kind of a mean streak lately, I gotta say. There was the battle with Charon. There was, well, this right now. I guess 2 technically counts as a streak, though, but still, the point stands that for me being worried about you becoming too overpowered as soon as you evolved into Archeops, you've been doing a good job of proving me that you're a pretty well-balanced guy. I have not crossed the finish line of victory. These Rangers have the weirdest quotes, actually. Like, really? You say that? Like, you enter a competition with somebody, and then when you lose them, you're like, I have not crossed the finish line to victory, or something. Oh, right, I still don't have a rappel up. I thought that was me picking up an item when I stopped walking right there. We go down, get ourselves a pearl. No diamond inside, unfortunately. And then, in this tree, we get a big mushroom. More selling fodder that we can get delivered to the gourmet. I need to apologize to you. I promise that I will work on self-improvement because that is the most unprecedented egotism of mankind that I could ever be displaying. Thinking that I could walk through 1 tile of grass in this game without getting an encounter, no. I am not too good to use repels. I need to check my ego and use repels like everyone else. That is something that I will work on. There is nothing of interest beyond here. Electric bulletin board is gone pitch black. Kind of refreshing, isn't it? I think it's kind of creepy, actually, especially with how the camera zooms in like there's words there to be read, but there's not, because there's nothing of interest, because nothing ever happens here. Wasting money is bad, but wasting time is even worse, because there are some things that can only be done now. I find myself agreeing with a lot of these trainers, actually. They have very good things to say. Maybe it's just they've kind of lived out in the boonies for so long that's the case. Route 17, beware of rapidly flowing water. First time running into this. Anytime that there is a current, it's kind of nice that you can see it on the water surface. You can't go against it, you just have to go with the flow. Tee-hee-hee. I'll grab TM06 Toxic, which yet again, I didn't quite have a TM that I thought I did when I said I could totally reteach a move if I wanted to, but hey, we have it now. So if I ever want to put that on anybody, I can. I don't think I will, though. Get on Samurot's back. Otawada the Samurata. Been wanting to call you that for a while now. I learned all the good points of my Alamamola by swimming with Pokemon. I will show off its strength. Lady, I got bad news for you. Alamamola might not be a Love Disc evolution, but it sucks just as bad. Its stats leave a lot to be desired aside from that massive HP. And in a world where everyone does single battles, it has no chance to shine. With Healer for its ability and moves like Wish, Heal Pulse, Protect, Wide Guard, Helping Hand, it was clearly built for double battles and especially triple battles. I feel like more than anything else, Alamamola was supposed to be the new Pokemon introduced to do well in triple battles, because, you know, we had new Pokemon introduced alongside new battle systems before this, and its moveset and stats really make you feel like it's supposed to be in the center slot of a triple battle. Unfortunately, it just has no opportunity to be helpful because triple battles are so scarce. And as a result, the only real Pokemon you're gonna find surfing around here is Frillish. So it's basically Tentacool, and just like Tentacool, you might not expect something so common to be so helpful. We just got Surf, so it has a viable move out of the gate, and it learns lots and lots and lots of good special TMs. Almost all of them, so keep checking if it can learn new moves that you're picking up as you get them, because you're gonna find lots of things that are compelling. Again, it's a long road before it gets to evolve, but that's not all terrible because Frillish is surprisingly bulky for what it is, and having the type that it does, it can definitely do a good job of that. If you want a traditional bulky water type, this is about the best you're gonna do. Water Absorb gives it a total of 3 immunities, while Cursed Body is just a great ability in general that makes the Disable status a lot more helpful than it was. Oh, and if you're worried about the form differences, they are purely cosmetic, so don't worry which one you want to catch. If you're at all interested in rippling water around here is your choice between the girliest spaceship ever built or the dreaded Pringles guy. Strangely, this can be encountered as weak as level 5. Yeah, I can't imagine too many level 5 Jellicent exist in the world. Its moves are not going to differ from Frillish whatsoever, so if you get lucky enough to encounter one, you stand to lose nothing by picking it up. They are great, but I'm not one of those guys to dump my starter all because I already have a water type. Oh, wow. So we got kind of a lengthy battle up ahead of us. Not often that a regular trainer's got 4 Pokemon on him. Haywire's gonna be a pretty big help to us because we just got so many water types and not even in just those wild Pokemon. Haywire... Okay, so I've been mentioning that, Samurott is good switching into water-type Pokemon, but it's not exactly a big counter outside of Megahorn just having really good raw power. Some people have brought up that I could teach it Grass Knot, and Grass Knot is an awesome move, it is, but I don't want to go that route just simply because there's not a lot of super dangerous water types in Unova, so if I don't have a good switch in for that, it's not really that bad. And on top of that, there aren't really that many heavy water types that we're gonna go up against, and with its power being determined on weight, I just think it's a little bit too situational that I wouldn't want to use it outside of something like competitive play. It is a good idea, just not what I'm gonna be going with. Haywire grew to level 42, wants to learn Agility. Again, why do all the fast Pokemon learn Agility when only the slow Pokemon that aren't normally fast are the ones who benefit from it? Did I just lose a Pokemon battle even though I'm so good at them? Shall I practice my swimming or shall I train my Pokemon? It's hard to decide, so I will swim with my Pokemon. I think you need a lot more work on Pokemon battles than you do on swimming, because I think you're doing just fine on swimming. How do I know that? Because you're not dead. All right, we'll head out this way. And we've arrived at a little remote island. I just thought to pull up my dowsing machine even though it was already up because I was so used to it going off whenever I step on land. Do you have anything for us? When I look down from a high place, I feel very good. Pokemon battles are the same. I will fight looking down from the heights. To me, looking down from this height is just making me want to go and battle that trainer so I can take whatever item he's guarding. Jeremiah. Jeremiah was a Voltor. Dun-dun-dun. I just thought of the song when I saw that, and sure enough, the Pokemon he sends out begins in Bull. Go for it, Garbodor. Use your Focus Blast. Make us proud. Show them how powerful you can be, even though it has Sturdy. Good, good. You were able to handle it, no problem. Smackdown. I got bad news for you. Oh. I got bad news for me. That move doesn't make physical contact, and you got a critical hit. Double whammy. Here I was thinking I was gonna beat you with the Rocky helmet, which is why I stayed in. Goodbye. And we got Crustle. Oh, okay, this is kind of funny. I was just talking about heavy Pokemon. Crustle's intro animation there, where it released that shockwave and it played a different sound effect when it landed. You can actually tell how heavy Pokemon are based on their intro animation. It's a kind of a small detail that I don't really see mentioned a lot, and I don't know if that's still a thing present day, but it's something that I appreciate a lot. So if you have a move like Grass Knot and you don't really have all the weights of Pokemon memorized, don't worry about it. The animation will tip you off right away if it's over a certain threshold, and it's just kind of a nice thing that you can maybe take advantage of and make your moves a little bit more useful a little more often. Hilbert wanting to learn Toxic. Yes, give up on Toxic. You're great, I can't help but look up to you. Even though I'm short. Well, let's actually see here. Okay, no, your eyes are actually above mine. We climb mountains because no matter how hard it is, the higher we climb, the closer we get to the sky. Never knew hikers were such a deep bunch of people that have such inspiring words to share with us. You must stop and speak with them and understand their way of life in their natural habitats. Get to this house. Wait! Aren't your Pokemon a bit tired? Here, don't be shy. Let them rest. Got our traditional mid-route healing house. Your Pokemon are so energetic. Pokemon Trainer. The sparkle in your eyes. I feel kindness toward Pokemon. I have decided I will give you an egg. Would you like to receive this Pokemon egg and raise it? It looks like I am going to enjoy an egg today. This is why I suggested that you deposit something into the PC and make room. Even though there's plenty of circumstances where you receive Pokemon and they instantly transfer to your PC if you don't have room, this guy makes you have a slot in your party. I don't know, maybe digitally storing an egg is considered too cruel because it's a not born baby or something like that. Maybe it's an ethical thing, I'm not really sure, but it's an inconsistent detail across many Pokemon games that always bothers me where, oh, whoops, you got to the end of this really long dungeon that's gonna took you an hour to find your way through. Oh, you should have had a slot open in your party. Too bad, I guess you'll just have to do it all again. Ugh, you classic players know exactly the dungeon I'm talking about. I got a sweet deal for you. You know how Pokemon like to hide behind stones or rocks, right? Yeah? Sometimes they hide cool stuff too. If you find something cool behind a rock, you should bring it to me. I'll make it worth your while. This would be so much cooler and more badass if you weren't hiding in the corner of bunk beds. What's up? Did you find something cool for me? Nope, nothing cool in your bag. Oh well, maybe next time. This guy might be the most pointless NPC to ever exist. He purchases rare bones from you, no other item, for 10,000 Pokédollars when they normally sell for 5,000. You could only find these without spending more money than what he gives you through the Pokemon Dream World or being held by wild Dwebbles 1% of the time in dark grass only. I kind of wonder if anyone will think of a less useful NPC than him because I feel like he's such a slap in the face and making it sound like he's going to do something really good for you that he manages to transcend zero and go into negative usefulness. But anyway, we have made it to not quite the end of Route 17, but a good midpoint. I still can't believe how fast we felled Virizion. I thought that that was going to be the focus of our adventures today, but next time on Pokemon Black and White, we explore the rest of this optional offshoot of New Town and see what else we can find in it. There's good stuff. See you guys then.